everyone, this is Myth, your life and performance coach, and welcome to the Actually You Can podcast. Actually You Can is more than just a fun phrase to say. It's a philosophy of limitless potential, a mindset, an attitude, a conviction. Most importantly, it's about to make you achieve what you might never have thought possible. On this show, we discuss strategies for growth for ambitious individuals looking to achieve big things and live a thriving, fulfilled life. You'll hear from inspiring guests who will share their journey, challenges, and lessons learned. And I'll be sharing insights and actionable takeaways from my Aligned Results framework that will help you to align your goals, mindset, and strategies to reach your highest potential. Be sure to hit subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to so you can easily find this podcast again and stay updated with new episodes dropping every week. Welcome to today's episode. I'm excited to share some quick and easy tips to help you create a more positive and fulfilling day. Now, I'm recording this episode because many of my friends and clients have expressed feeling uninspired, like they're going through the motions or prioritizing other people's needs over their own. If you can relate, I have 4 simple steps that you can implement in less than 15 minutes each day to make your day more energizing and satisfying. Let's jump in. So firstly, it's important to define what a good day is for you. I believe you can find a good day by being able to answer these 3 questions. Did you spend time on things that matter or that are important to you? Did you spend the majority of the day feeling energized more than depleted? And do you feel like you did a good job and had support from others when needed? Now let's break down how you can ensure that the answer is a big yes to each of these questions. If you haven't already, grab a notepad and pen or just jot down your thoughts in your head if you're on the move. These exercises will be much more effective if you record your ideas as soon as possible. So let's dive in. So before we look at the practical things you need to do each day to ensure you have a good day, you need to do some groundwork. Here are 2 things you need to know. Firstly, you need to know what's most important to you and why, and what goals you have and why. You wouldn't believe the amount of people I speak to who say they don't know what's important to them. The majority of the time, this is because they haven't spent the time asking themselves the question. We often know what's important to society, our parents, our loved ones, but articulating what's important to us can be challenging if you've never spent the time asking yourself the question. So the first thing I want you to do is ask yourself, what is important to me about my life and why? Ask yourself this question enough time and really spend time considering it, and you'll continue to develop a stronger connection with what is most important to you and also develop a stronger connection to your goals. And if you're interested in exploring this topic further, check out episodes number 4 and 5 of this podcast, where I delve deeper into discovering your priorities and setting meaningful goals. You can find the links to these episodes in the show notes below. The second thing you're going to do is get a bit of paper, draw a line down the middle of it, and write down the headings energy givers and energy drainers. You're going to spend the next few moments getting clear on what, for the majority of the time, gives you energy, such as chatting with your friends, taking the dogs for a walk, working with clients, reading a good book, as well as the things that mostly drain your energy, such as being stressed because you left an important task to the last minute, the colleague who always complains about something, or looking after everyone else's needs at the cost of looking after your own. So you need to spend a moment getting clear on what are your energy givers and what are your energy drainers before we dive into the practical steps. So with all of this information, we can then get stuck into creating a framework to have a good day. So the first step is to set an intention for your day. Have you ever noticed that when you're shopping for a new car, it suddenly seems that every car you see is the exact model or color you're considering? That's because you've activated your reticular activating system, your RAS. And this means that your brain will start to notice whatever is on top of your mind. And it's because of your brain's power to do this that I recommend to anyone that they become more deliberate about setting intentions for their day. So for example, knowing what's important to you and what your goals are and what gives you energy, what would you like to focus on today? For me, I know challenge and growth are important to me, And what gives me energy is supporting others to overcome their challenges. So, an intention I could set for my day is to welcome any opportunity to be of service. Another way you can look at intention setting is to ask yourself, who do I need to be today to achieve my goal? You could come up with words like confident, patient, a strong leader. Having a word that is a reminder for who you want to show up as is also a great way to intention set. Practicing this strategy will help to ensure you pick up on the cues that align with the kind of outcomes you want, as opposed to those you don't. That you can see the white car you want to buy, not the red one. And this step can be literally done in less than 2 minutes. For step 2, you're going to pick one important thing to focus on and schedule time to do it. And when I say important, I mean important to you. You'll choose one important task that aligns with your personal priorities and goals. It could be to reach out to someone you want to network with, get your nails done, spend some time learning about a particular subject. I like to schedule this time in after I've set my intention for the day, completed my morning routine of moving my body, walking the dogs, having breakfast, and as part of my planning to set up for my day. This step can also take less than 2 minutes. And for those who say they don't have time in their day to focus on what's important to them, I want you to consider these 2 questions. How much time do you think you need? And how could you make the time? Sure, you might not have an hour, but could you find 30 minutes? And what seemingly small thing could you do in that 30 minutes? Because there is one thing that I've learned above anything else working with the number of clients that I have and even within myself is that you need to take care of you and do what makes you thrive. The people you care about need and want you to be at your best, and the only person who can ensure that is you. And as part of this, consider if you need any support from others to complete this task and leverage your support network as needed. Remember, you're not alone in this. So that's step 2. Moving on to step 3. It's important to schedule regular breaks into your day. A packed calendar with no breaks is not a recipe for a good time and can lead to burnout and decreased productivity. When reviewing your schedule, look for opportunities to take short breaks, even if they're just 5 minutes long. Use this time to recharge by taking deep breaths, going for a quick walk outside, hydrating with some water, or hanging out in the bathroom for a moment to decompress. Incorporating regular breaks throughout the day will help you to process the day's events as they happen, rather than carrying the stress and tension with you until the end of the day. Again, this process can be done in as little as 5 minutes. The 4th and final step is to practice gratitude. While it may seem cliche, this practice has been incredibly impactful for me in maintaining a positive outlook. At the start of the year, I participated in a 30-day challenge, and as part of this challenge, each day for 30 days, I wrote down what I was grateful for about my day in my journal before I went to sleep. What I realized was no matter how much of a shit show my day could have felt, and it's important to acknowledge these feelings, there are still so many things to appreciate in life. To incorporate this step into your daily routine, get a journal and write down at least 3 things you're grateful for each night before going to bed. You can write more if you feel inspired. This practice will help you to end the day on a positive note, leaving any negative experiences behind and promoting a restful night's sleep, setting up for success the next day, ready to make it another good day. This step can take less than 5 minutes as well. So there you have it. Your 4-step recipe that you can implement to have a day that for the most part feels good every day in less than 15 minutes. Life's too short to spend your days unfulfilled, unsatisfied, and unhappy. So I encourage you to give these steps a try for the next 7 days and notice the impact they have on your overall well-being. I'd love to hear about your experience, so send me a message on Instagram at Miss Galloway. And if you found today's episode helpful, then I encourage you to take a screenshot of the episode and share it with a loved one or a friend so they can benefit from these tips as well. So thank you for joining me today. It's such a privilege and a pleasure to be able to be of service in this way. I hope these steps help you to create more positive and fulfilling days ahead. Until next time, remember that actually you can.